Updates on cattle Ponzi schemes, how to make your bull buying just a bit easier. We walk through using online buying platforms. Crew, let's ranch it up. Good day, everyone, and thanks for riding with us on this all-new episode of the Ranch It Up Radio Show. I'm Jeff Tigger Earhart.
And I'm Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck.
A big thank you goes out to our partners, Clear Springs Cattle Company and the Bread for Balance sale, Stockman's Livestock Exchange, the American Gelbvieh Association, Imogene Ingredients and Pharmatan, Westway Feed Products, Medora Boot and Western Wear, Dakota Cowboy, Allied Genetic Resources, Allied Feeding Partners, LivestockMarket.com, EquineMarket.com, AuctionTime.com, RFD TV, Wrangler, and this fine radio station. I know that everybody is going to say, well, I can't believe Christmas is just around the corner, but this is one of the first times that I can say this with confidence. You and I have been able to enjoy the Christmas season at a nice, steady pace. We haven't been rushing into something. We haven't been behind the eight ball. We've just been able to enjoy it going along.
I gotta agree. That is unusual for us because I think like the rest of you, typically it's a rat race as we get close to Christmas.
Rushing, right?
However, I do think it has helped us in the area that we are located. There's not been a lot of snow, so we very well may have a brown Christmas, meaning we haven't been having to spend hours moving snow,
digging out and
making
all
it
that.
that much.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even consider that we haven't had to spend all of that time. It's been seasonally warmer out, and we just haven't had all that snow that we had to
It's been
with.
very, very pleasant.
Exactly. So maybe that's why we're enjoying the Christmas season just a tick more this year. Cattle battle. Technology has certainly changed the way that we shop for our new herd sires and our new bull battery. I remember the days of just poring over the sale books. I mean, I still do that, and y'all know that. I'm a numbers guy. I love to pore over those sale books. But the world of technology has made it very, very easy and convenient for us to go and make those sorts on our bulls and to find very quickly what may fit our operation. We can go online. Not only can we look at pictures and pedigrees, but we can see videos of the cattle. We can see all the information that we need and ultimately bid and buy with confidence. There are many different services that are available out there, and they are all very, very good. And I got a hold of Justin Dickoff with DV Auction to talk a little bit more about how to use DV Auction, obviously and especially for those people that have never registered before and don't know how to use it. So, Justin, first and foremost, thanks for taking a little time and come on the program to visit with us. Let's talk buying bulls online and DV Auction. What goes into this process so that we can start to make said future purchases?
And it's all, gravitated towards the viewer. And that is, and so once the viewer come on, then so did the producers that wanted to hire us to do it. And so it all kind of works like a cog on a wheel. It all has to jive and stuff. So basically it's pretty simple deal to process to get registered. You go to your DV Auction, you hit apply to bid. You're going to put in your information of name, address, all that stuff. You're going to put in a credit card, and that'll allow us. We decide, see if it, make sure it's not a robot type thing, and we approve you per that, and then you'll just get a confirmation that way. You got to create a username and a password, and then you'll be able to go to the sale and you log on to the sale, and you can view, bid, buy right there, and the owners contact you, and so that's pretty well how the system has been made, and so it's like I said, it's all driven towards the viewer per se. So there's basically give every information that you can for the producer that's hosting the sale to the buyer that possibly can be looking at buying something. So
I know there's a lot of people that they say, I do not want to have my credit card listed somewhere online. I don't want my bank account listed somewhere online. I just don't want that information out there, and I can understand that. I can respect that. But let's put some of those fears to rest a little bit about the security that goes into DV auction, because I've used it many times, and I mean, so have thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people, and there's really nothing to worry about, is there, Justin?
There's not. I mean, and it's something that we have. I mean, and stuff. So it's more automated now per se. We used to have a bank. We'd call your banker and he'd say, yes, approve him for this and type stuff. So we now do it as basically all automated per se. It runs you, and stuff. I mean, we're not after a background check of seeing anything or doing whatever. We're just making sure we have something viable online that we know that they doesn't cause a red flag to pop up or something of that nature, and we don't charge it, we don't do nothing. It's just we have something on file to know that, hey, you are a person and you don't pop any flag up and whatever, so we can approve you. And then basically, I mean, it's a viewer, we're allowing a process to be able to buy an animal that you can see, bid, buy as the auction is going on. I mean, sure, you could call the sale day phone number and talk to a guy that way, and stuff. But this way, you can see the animal while he's in the ring. You can bid on it while they're selling, and it just makes you more part of the sale.
Justin Dickoff with DV Auction. Hey, Justin, I appreciate it. We're going to talk more in the next couple weeks about using DV Auction, the system, about going online, bidding and buying. Hey, I appreciate it. And you can register by going online to dvauction.com. Coming up, we're covering that Ponzi scheme. We've got lots in the news. We'll be right back. Premium Simmental and Sim-Angus genetics from Clear Springs Cattle Company. Annual Bred for Balance sale February 9th in Starbuck, Minnesota. Selling 130 bulls, 60 females, an elite donor, and 5 fabulous heifers.
Travis Wolf here with Clear Springs Cattle Company. Bulls carry a 3-year breeding soundness warranty, and cost share trucking is available on all cattle. If you are in the market for profitable beef genetics that can move your herd in the right direction, check out bredforbalance.com and be sure to join us in Starbuck.
LivestockMarket.com. We hear from them each and every week, highlighting various sales and lots. But have you taken the time to cruise the site, look around and see what cattle are bringing? How about lower that sale expense and give Livestock Market a try? It's about the easiest way to market your stock, and it puts your product on a worldwide view. LivestockMarket.com. It's simple and it works.
We've been telling you all about Pharmatan, or tannin, as some people will call it, from Imogene Ingredients, and how it battles scours. Well, listen to this customer. He's never going to go without it again.
We lost more cattle than I would hate to let anybody know we lost, but I looked at a lot of different things, and some of the results that you told me about with the Pharmatan, I wanted to try it, which we did. We started out with the mineral. Last year, we did not treat any calves for scours. I am going to continue to feed tannin to save my livelihood, to save my animals. I am not willing to go through another calving season without the tannin. It's an insurance policy that I'm not going to be without.
Cow Country News, the cow stuff.
Welcome back to the Ranch It Up radio show. It's the most information packed into a 30-minute program that you can find. It's your all things ranching newscast, and so glad to be with you. Questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, you can call or text us at 707-RANCH20. Email ranchitupshow@gmail.com and on social media at Ranch It Up Show. Our top news story, and believe me, this one is definitely ruffling up some feathers or putting a burr under a few folks' saddle. The SEC seeks to halt a $191 million cattle Ponzi scheme. The Securities and Exchange Commission has frozen the assets of a Texas-based cattle marketing company, alleging the company fraudulently sold securities in cattle contracts as a $191 million Ponzi scheme that would soon implode. The company, Agridime LLC, out of Fort Worth, Texas, is now under a court-ordered receivership under the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas, with Agridime's assets frozen after the SEC obtained a temporary restraining order against Agridime and its owners. Agridime has raised $191 million since 2021 from more than 2,100 investors in at least 15 states. The SEC has stated. The SEC stated Agridime, however, had less than $1.5 million in cash as of September 30th and insufficient operating revenues. The SEC stated, it appears that Agridime's Ponzi scheme will soon implode unless it continues to raise money from new investor victims. Agridime sells investment contracts related to the buying and selling of cattle, dubbed as cattle contracts. The SEC complaint stated Agridime promised investors guaranteed annual returns ranging from 15% to 20% and going as high as 32%, and marketed cattle contracts on Agridime's website as a way for investors to passively profit from owning cattle without having to do all the work. Agridime is owned by Jed Wood, 62 of Fort Worth, Texas, and Josh Link, 30 of Gilbert, Arizona. Both are named as defendants in the case. Wood and Link founded Agridime in 2017. The SEC alleges they told investors that Agridime would use their funds to acquire, feed, and raise cattle on its network of ranches, and investors would help provide fellow Americans with highest quality farm fresh beef available. However, as the complaint alleges, the defendants did not purchase nearly enough cattle or generate sufficient revenues from cattle operations to deliver the promised returns. Instead, the complaint alleges that since December 2022, the defendants have used at least $58 million of new investor funds to make Ponzi payments to prior investors and more than $11 million to pay undisclosed sales commissions to Wood, Link, Link's wife, and other Agridime sales representatives. A U.S. district judge extended the SEC's temporary restraining order until January 9, 2024, and delayed a hearing on the SEC's request for a preliminary injunction until a hearing now set for January 5, 2024. We're going to be watching this one very, very closely for y'all. Now let's recap some of the top stories of 2023 before we get ready to turn that calendar to a new year. Cattle prices climb. Throughout the year, cattle prices continued to climb on all classes of cattle. That was a welcome relief for many cattle operations as higher interest rates and input costs were making bottom lines thin. During the fall calf run, October to November, fresh weaned calves brought $1,600 to $1,800 per head. That is almost double what was realized in 2022. Prices tapered off with uncertainty in the board as the final month of the year arrived, but overall prices were still above the year prior. Next, big boost to agricultural research funding. USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture has established a new Research Facilities Act program, competitive grant program, which was approved to provide one-year funds for the first time in 2023. The program is designed to assist in the construction, alteration, acquisition, modernization, renovation, or remodeling of an agricultural research facility to enhance the institution's long-term impact on food and agricultural research. Awardees include Mississippi State University, Texas A&M Agri-Life Research, University of Idaho, University of Illinois, University of Kentucky, University of Vermont, and State Agricultural College, and Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University. Additional public and private funding sources are also emerging with a focus on agricultural research. As examples, the University of California at Davis received a $50 million private donation to build an agricultural research hub. Similarly, Ohio State University is developing an Ag Tech Innovation Hub, and the University of Idaho will receive $55 million from USDA for ag research. Both efforts will research how to combat the impact of climate change. As well, Mississippi State University recently opened the Agricultural Autonomy Institute, the nation's first and only interdisciplinary research center focused on autonomous technologies to enhance on-farm precision and efficiency. Cattle Contracts Library Pilot Program will continue. Made available in January 2023, the USDA launched the Cattle Contracts Library Pilot Program in an effort to support the cattle market and show transparency in contract terms offered by packers to producers for the purchase of cattle. In October, the USDA continued the Cattle Contracts Library Pilot Program in order to continue reporting vital market information for farmers and ranchers while gathering additional information on the effectiveness of the pilot. Support for more regional meat processing grows. Piggybacking off of USDA funding in 2022 came additional funding for meat processors this year, $125 million through 2 new grant programs was created to offer more options for meat and poultry farmers by investing in independent, local meat and poultry processing projects that increase competition and enhance the resiliency of the food supply chain. An additional $43 million was given for meat and poultry processing research, innovation, and expansion in USDA's support of its ongoing efforts to transform the food system at every stage along the supply chain. We started a new venture here on the Ranch It Up radio show this last year. Each week, a particular operation, business, person, outfit, bull, dog, it doesn't matter, is highlighted as Tigger and BEC approved, and they are the top hand of the week. You can nominate any operation by sending us an email telling us who, what, and why. Today, our top hand goes out to the North Dakota State University 98th Little International Agriculturist of the Year, Larry Schnell. The NDSU Animal Sciences Department said that Larry Schnell has played an influential role in the marketing of livestock and advocating for agriculture in North Dakota and on a global scale. Larry can connect people of different backgrounds and bridge the gap between differing organizations. The offices he has held demonstrate his passion for the industry and production agriculture. Schnell previously served as general manager and co-owner of Stockman's Livestock Auction Market. He previously served as president of the Livestock Marketing Association, chairman of the North Dakota Beef Council, president of the North Dakota Auctioneers Association, and regional vice president of the Federation of State Beef Councils. Congratulations to Larry Schnell for being named the NDSU 98th Little International Agriculturist of the Year and fitting enough as this week's Ranch It Up top hand. If you would like to nominate a person, family, ranch, or animal, it doesn't matter. Email us the details, ranchitupshow@gmail.com. This has been Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck, reporting for the Ranch It Up radio show. We're going to take a quick break, but keep it tuned right here. Up next, we talk markets, horse sales, fencing, and lots more when we come back.
Before you purchase your next set of bulls or females, remember this. The seed stock business is about genetic improvement and customer service. Allied Genetic Resources understands this as well as anyone. Marty Ropp with Allied.
That's our charge as seed stock producers is people look at us and you've got to make genetics that work better for us. We see that charge, we understand that charge, and we're going to use all the tools we can to get there.
Allied Genetic Resources, where the mission is commercial customer success, period. Don't let nutrition be the missing piece. Nutrition is a key piece to the puzzle of cattle production. As forage quality diminishes, your cow herd's nutritional needs do not decrease. Westway's liquid feed provides protein, energy, vitamins, and minerals, and helps to increase digestibility of forages. This supports fetal programming for the calf in utero and cow body condition scores. Both directly contribute to your herd's performance and profitability. So don't let nutrition be the missing piece. Head to westwayfeed.com. Gelbvieh and Balancer. Capitalize on crossbreeding with Gelbvieh and Balancer bulls. Raise replacement females with added fertility, increased longevity, and greater productivity. Gelbvieh and Balancer females wean more pounds of calf per cow exposed. Gelbvieh and Balancer. In the feed yard, Balancer influenced cattle offer increased performance, improved feed efficiency, and have excellent carcass merit. They add the pounds, make the grade, and deliver the value. Gelbvieh and Balancer. Make your crossbreeding count with Gelbvieh and Balancer genetics. Welcome back, everyone, to the Ranch It Up radio show. It is that time in the program where we check in with Kirk Donsbach, StoneX Financial Incorporated. We recap the markets from last week, talk the markets a little bit, give us kind of an idea of what's going on, why it happened. So, Kirk, hey, let me just say Merry Christmas to you and yours and the whole crew out there, and it's coming up in a few days, so I wish you the best. Happy holidays.
Well, thank you, Tigger, and Merry Christmas to you and your family and all your listeners out there. As of Friday, December 15th, January feeders closed the week at 221.20. That's up 5.80 on the week, with the CME feeder index down 97 cents at 219.07. Your listeners will notice that those two have moved together. The basis is now negative 183, which is fairly normalized for feeders. February live cattle closed the week at 169.62.5. That's up $3.82.5 on the week, with cash trading 168 early in the week and then 170 late Friday in all areas. That left the 5-area weighted average down $2.46 at 167.71. And the basis versus December futures normalized negative 51.5 cents. So we'll notice that the basis have normalized to reasonable levels compared to where they were a couple weeks ago. The weekly slaughter came in at 649,000. That's up 14,000 head versus last week and up 27,000 head versus the same week last year. That is against the sharply reduced 2022 numbers. So we're going to start to see those year-over-year numbers not be drastically under like they have been. Choice boxes closed the week at $291.64. That's up $3.63 on the week. And March corn closed the week at 482.5. That's down 4.25 cents on the week.
Well, I know you've got the sniffles a little bit, Kirk. I mean, how's that for holidays? Going into Christmas and you got the crud. So, again, hey, fast recovery, and again, happy holidays to you and yours.
Hey, Halt, Mark Van Zee with EquineMarket.com. Coming up this Wednesday, December 27th, we have our monthly online horse auction. Bidding opens at just $100. No reserves. All horses will sell. Featured lots include a Blue Roan quarter horse gelding, 2021 at 13.2, started under saddle with a couple rides. He'd make a great project, rope, ranch, or trail prospect from Tintan Farms in Tinta, Minnesota. King, a sorrel pink gelding, 2014, grade, 14 hands, started as a head horse, makes a great ranch or trail horse from H&K Farm in Leon, Iowa. Little Lady, a sorrel paint mare, 2019, grade, 14 hands, 60 days started under saddle, would also make a great ranch or trail horse from H&K Farms in Leon, Minnesota. Guy's Triple Shot of Jack, a Palomino gelding, 2018, AQHA, 16 hands, ready to go in any direction from Smith Reining Horses. Don't Chip My Gray, a gray bred mare, 2008, AQHA, 15 hands high. She's going to foal in 2024, and she produces athletic, intelligent foals. Fancy Broke trail horse from Smith Reining Horses. CRS Marty Gunn, a dun quarter horse weanling, 2023 filly, 12.2 hands, AQHA. She's from a money earning stallion from Smith Reining Horses. A Palomino quarter horse mare, 2008, standing 15 hands, broke to ride and has been used as a trail horse in the past and as a brood mare from McCoy Farm in Blair, Nebraska. And a Buckskin quarter horse weanling, 2023 filly, would make a beautiful breeding prospect or trail horse from McCoy Farms in Blair, Nebraska. Bidding opens at just $100 and is currently live, but all these horses will sell the morning of Wednesday, December 27th at 10 a.m. Central Time. Got a horse to sell? Regular online horse auctions, fourth Wednesday of every month on EquineMarket.com and AuctionTime.com.
Hey, it's Shay here, and let's talk about some tools and strategies for fencing leased pasture. Kyler Beard and Liam Shaw share their tips for building fences, grazing, and preventing wildfires on leased ground in this podcast episode.
My name's Kyler Beard. I'm a rancher in Ellensburg, Washington. A lot of my background, I didn't get into cattle till I was in my late 20s and started leasing property. And the area that we're in is really has a lot of people moving in and being developed. So my opportunity has really come from getting places that are broke up or places that weren't grazed. And with lease ground, it's hard to spend a lot of money. So that's where the temporary wire comes in, not only for intensive grazing, but also just to keep cattle in when there's no fences.
Get the full scoop by listening to Casual Cattle Conversations on your favorite podcast app. And remember to support your favorite podcasts and social media accounts by giving them a like, follow, rating, or review. Happy ranching, folks.
I tip my hat to you from one legend to another.
Before we say fare thee well, we want to be sure to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. Whether you're with family or not, be thankful and grateful for what you have. There's been a lot of wonderful moments throughout this last year.
You know, I am very grateful for each and every one of our listeners, all of our radio stations that air our programs each and every week, those of you that reach out, but moreover, I'm so grateful for all of our listeners. We have been very blessed to be able to have the platforms that we have, to be able to share our lifestyle, try to help people out as much as we can.
Absolutely. I second that. And as a second note, I hope that all the kids that Santa pulls that new calf sled in to deliver all those Christmas presents.
That you get absolutely everything that you wanted. And now that is going to wrap it up for today. A big thanks from our crew to yours. Justin Dickoff with DV Auction, Shay Keister Warner with Casual Cattle Conversations, Kirk Donsbach, StoneX Financial Incorporated, Mark Vanzi, LivestockMarket.com, and the ultimate of ultimates, the boss lady, Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck.
A big thank you to our partners, Clear Springs Cattle Company and the Bread for Balance Sale, Stockman's Livestock Exchange, the American Gelbvieh Association, Imogene Ingredients, Pharmatan, Westway Feed Products, Medora Boot and Western Wear, Dakota Cowboy, Allied Genetic Resources, Allied Feeding Partners, LivestockMarket.com, EquineMarket.com, AuctionTime.com, RFD TV, Wrangler, and this fine radio station.
And crew, so glad you came with us one more time as we ranch it up. Be sure to follow and like us on Facebook at Ranch It Up Show. We have lots of updates there throughout the week, and especially now that we're moving into bull sale season, we're keeping you posted on lots of information that's being thrown our direction. Our email, ranchitupshow@gmail.com, and you can call and text us 24/7 at 707-RANCH-20. That's 707-726-2420. Spread the good word and join us again next week where it is always Tigger and Beck approved.
Stay ranchy and ranch it up.
Merry Christmas, crew.